All right, 8.5, mean, median, and mode. So these are things that you've probably talked about, but we're going to talk about them again. Starting off, mean, that is the average, right? The average, you add them up and then divide by number, and I'll say objects. And then divide by the number of objects. And I'll do a few examples of that so that you can see that. Next up, I have the median. The median is the middle number. The middle number. All right, so it's kind of like the average, but a little bit different. Normally, you hear people talk about the median income, because if we talked about the average income or the mean income, it would get skewed by people who make way, way more than everyone else. So by saying median, you kind of get a little bit more accurate representation of what the normal person makes. Next up is mode, and the mode is the most frequent, or the most often. I don't know if I want to say often. We'll just say frequent, most frequent. All right. So the next few sections are going to be us reading different data, and in this one, it's going to be listed in a list and table. And we're going to have to make assumptions, or we're going to have to find the mean, median, and mode of each of the different data sets. So starting off in number 2. Ooh, these are not in order for us. Well, for starters, we're going to have to write these numbers in order from smallest to biggest. So I'll go, well, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and next up would be 12. I think I have 3 12s. Oh, I forgot 9. 12, 12, 12, 13, and 15. All right, so I need to get my mean. My mean, I'm going to add all these numbers up, and then I'm going to divide by how many there are. So for starters, so that I can type it in my calculator quickly, I'm going to count how many different numbers there are. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So there are 11 different numbers there. Now I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to just type all these in. So 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 9 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 13 and 15. I typed in enter and I got 102. Oops, 1002. Then I'm going to divide by 11 because that's how many there are. And I got 9.2, we'll say 9.3. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at CUDA and it rounds to 2 decimal places. So just to be consistent with your multiple choice, I'll say, well, this is going to be 9.27. All right, median. Actually, I'll save the median for last and I'll do mode. So mode is the number that happens most. Okay, so we look here and I've got 2 7s and then I've got 3 12s. So the number 12 happens most often. So the number 12 is my mode. All right, now for my median. And the median, if you remember, is the middle number. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to cross off the first and the last, the first and the last, the first and the last. I'm going to keep doing that until I get one number. So my median is 9. So your answer is going to be all of this down here. Now, I understand that on CUDA, it will list all 3 of these. That'll probably just mean that you need to find 1 or 2 of them in order to get your multiple choice correct answer. On the test, it very well may be free response to where it's not multiple choice. So you need to make sure that even if you take the quick route while you're doing your homework and you don't solve for all three, you need to make sure that you do know how to solve for all three. All right, number 3. Again, these aren't in order, so I need to put them in order. I'll start off with 6. 6, and then 6.5, and then 7, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 8.5, and another 8.5. Then there's 9 and 10. All right, so I got mean, median, and mode. I'll start off with the mean again. I'm going to count how many different objects I have. And an object is just one of these numbers. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Again, I have 11. So the mean, I'm just going to type in all these numbers in my calculator. So I've got 6 plus 6.5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7.5 plus 8 plus 8.5 plus 8.5 plus 8.5 plus 9 plus 10. And I got 86.5. I divide that by 11, and I get 7.86. Now, there's nothing special about 11. It just happened to be that there were 11 objects in both of the previous ones, in this one and the last one. Next up, I'll do the mode. So what number happens most often? Well, here I have 2 7s, and then I have 3 8.5s. So 8.5 happens most often. Now for the median, what color did I do it in? I did it in blue. So I'll do the first and the last, first and the last, first and the last, first and the last, first and the last. My median is 8. All right, and again, all of this is your answer, all 3 numbers. Number 4. All right, this one is listed a little bit differently. It is listed in, well, as a chart. What is this called? What did I call it? I called it a table. Oops. So it's a table this time, just a little bit different. So I will start off by putting it in order from smallest to biggest, and we really don't care about any of this. We really don't care about any of the movie names. So my smallest one, it looks like is 3. Nope, it's 2. So I'll have 2, and then 3, another 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, and I have 1, 2, 3 7s, 7, 7, 7, and then 8. All right, so I have mean, median, and mode. So how many numbers do I have? I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 total numbers. And again, that 11, there's nothing special about it. So the mean, I'm going to add up all the numbers. So I'm going to have 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, 7, 7, and 8. And I got 57. I divide by 11, and I get 5.18. The mode, the one that happens most often, well, I have 2 3s, 2 5s, and 3 7s. So 7 is the one that happens most often. Now for the median, I cross off the first and the last, first and last, first and last, first and last, first and last, and I'm left with 5. All right, there we are. Number 5, sales tax. So again, I don't really care about any of this. I don't even care really that the sales tax title. I just care about the numbers that are listed. So I need to put them in order. I'll start off with, I think, 2.9. And what's next? I guess 4. And I have 1, 2, 3 4s. So 4, 4, 4. And then I'll have 4.75. And then I guess I have 6, 6.15, 6.35, and 6.85. And to finish up, I have 7. All right. Mean, median, mode. So I'll start off with the mean. How many objects do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 is 10. So I have 10 objects total. This is the first time that we've had a number not 11. So to find the mean, I'm going to add them up. So 2.9 plus 4, 4, 4, 4.75, 6, 6.15 plus 6.35 plus 6.85, and then plus 7. So I got 52. So I'm going to have 52 over 10, which gives me 5.2. The mode, the number that happens most often, I have 3 4s, and that's the only number that repeats. So my mode is going to be 4. Now I don't know that I've said it yet. Actually, I think I have not. If there are 2 numbers, like say I have this data set here, I have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, where I have 2 2s and 2 3s. Your mode would be 2 and 3. Okay, they'd be tied. But say I have this data set, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's my data set. This would be no mode, because there's nothing that happens most often, right? There's nothing that even repeats, okay? There might be some scenarios where you have to answer as 2 numbers or saying that there is no mode. All right, next up, median. This one's also going to be special for the median. So I start off and I cross off the first and the last, the first and the last, the first and the last, the first and the last. And then if I cross off the first and the last, I'll have none. So really my median happens right here between 4.75 and 6. Whenever you're in a scenario where your median doesn't come out to be a nice number, you average the 2 numbers that are closest to it. So I'm going to have 4.75 plus 6 over 2. So I type that in my calculator and I say, well, 4.75 plus 6 divided by 2 gives me 5.375. And I think that CUDA would round that. Let me check. Nope, CUDA will leave it just like that. So again, whenever your median, and this will happen whenever you have an even number of numbers, your median will happen between 2 numbers, and you'll have to find the average of those 2 numbers. So, all right, that's that.